Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Wives Club. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. You all may know me from my cooking channel. I make food and femininity content. In 2021, I booked a session with the late, great Kevin Samuels, and what I wanted to do is create a space for women who are current wives, former wives, or future wives so that we can be the best version of ourselves. So tonight is date night, so no live stream tonight, but I wanted to give you all some content. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video that I've linked in the description called High Value Women Have Pedigree. Kevin Samuels often talked about the high value man, but I thought this was a wonderful episode where he talked about the qualities of a high value woman. Now, if you believe in traditional relationships, if you want to be with a masculine man, a man of means, maybe even a rich man or a high value man, there is an extra level of scrutiny that comes with that. So I'm going to react to it. I'm going to go over my notes and I will give you all my take on it. Hopefully this is helpful, and we will catch you all on the next live stream. So let's get started. Okay, so if we define pedigree, I looked it up. Pedigree is the record of descent, especially when it comes to ancestry for the upper class. Now, it has a connotation relating to animals, but ladies, it's true. Your reputation, the family that you come from, the origin that you had, the upbringing that you had is very important, especially for a man of a certain caliber. Now, we all have a background and we all can improve ourselves, but if you're interested in being this type of woman, it is a very select few. So that's what I wanted to start with, is define pedigree so you understand your track record is going to matter with this caliber of man. All right, so if you watch the video, you'll notice that Kevin Samuel said many things. When it comes to a high value woman that compliments a high value man, not only does she need to look good on his arm, but he said that the man is considering his colleagues, his contacts, and she has to be loaded with femininity to be able to move in those spaces. So, yes, ladies, how we show up is important, but you know that looks are just the entry ticket. You've got to have the substance beneath, and if you don't, you'll disqualify yourself for this kind. All right, so another thing to keep in mind, ladies, is that these caliber of men, all men are looking for their first lady. My man says that he's looking for a first lady, a matriarch. All men want women that are going to represent them well in the community. They are looking for the feminine asset to their masculine brand. So that's why a lot of women who lead with their accomplishments or boss babes or think that you're going to compete with a man or you're going to outshine him, you absolutely will disqualify yourself for this caliber of man. You need to make him look good, and that is the secret to getting everything that you want. So another thing that Kevin Samuels talked about in this episode, not only does she need to look good, she needs to have loads of femininity. She also needs to have a network. And that's where the pedigree comes into place. Yes, the accomplishments that you have, the school that you went to, the contacts that you have, the associates that you have, all of that is important, but only if it's of value to him. So a lot of times women think, well, I can do all of this. A man is looking at how it's going to benefit him because he can expedite what you've been able to do, and the benefits are for the both of you. So keep that in mind with a high caliber man. All right, the next thing that Kevin Samuels talked about is that for those of us women who are entrepreneurs, a lot of you have your own businesses, but to a high caliber man, that's only important if the contacts for that business can benefit him. So let's say you have an ice cream business or something that is, a fun hobby for you. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't want to lead with, I'm a boss babe, I'm an entrepreneur, I do, whatever kind of service business, if the caliber of clientele or the caliber of contacts that you have is not beneficial to him, you might as well just consider that a hobby. So, I don't want to hurt any feelings, but I want you to know how these men think about your business. It's only beneficial to them if the contacts through that business are going to be beneficial to the man. All right. All right, the next thing Kevin Samuels talked about in this episode is that a high value woman that's going to be with a high caliber man is going to be proactive and bring him peace. So, yes, ladies, this is where all of your training, all of your upbringing, all of the classes, all of the network, all of the charities that you've done helps you to be his eyes and ears in the community. So, not only do you need to look good on his arm, but you are a support system to him. You are a helpmate to him. You know things, you hear things, you help him network. Also, you need to bring peace to his home. That is why a lot of professional women are excluded from this, because we lead with our accomplishments and we think that we have bragging rights just like him. In this type of relationship with a high value man, you are not equals. If you cannot get on board with his program, you will not qualify for this type of man. All right, so another thing that Kevin Samuel said in this episode about a woman that's valuable to this type of man, because a rich man, a man of means, a high value man, he can hire a housekeeper, he can hire a cook, he may even be able to do these things on his own. But what's valuable is that when it's done with love and it's done with care. So when you serve your man, when you know the special dietary little quirks that he has, when you make sure if he has children that they are sorted out, or if you have children for him, that they represent him well. These are the things that make you stand out. So you want to make sure that you're not just hired help. Okay, the other thing that Kevin Samuel said in this episode is that a high value woman that's going to be with a high caliber man has to be smart, agreeable, and cooperative. So ladies, yes, this is where all that schooling, all those alumni associations, all those clubs can benefit you. You are going to need to be smart, think fast on your feet, but in alignment with his program, in alignment with his direction. That's where the agreeable and the cooperative comes from. These kind of men are already out in the world slaying their own dragons. They will not fight with you. They will tell you one time, like my man told me, I'm going to tell you one time in a row, and either you get on the program or you disqualify yourself. Okay, also in this video, Kevin talked about his woman, or a woman that's high value, has a giving spirit. So he debunked the myth that all these men want is just a beautiful bobblehead. That's not it at all. You, yes, need to be smart, but you need to be willing and generous and giving of your time, your talents, your education, your network, your resources to benefit him, because he's going to take care of everything better than you could, believe me. So they're looking for the type of women that don't mind to serve, that don't think that it's beneath them, that are humble and that are appreciative. That's the kind of woman, even if they have to go down in looks. All right, another thing that Kevin Samuel said in this video is that high value men love to customize their women and spoil their women. And he used the word upgrade their women. I remember I come from humble means, and I remember the first time my man took me out for a shopping spree and got me this, to me, it was a very nice bag. And I was kind of like, oh, that's too much. And he said, you're going to be with me. I dress nice, so you need to dress nice. I like luxury things, so you're going to have luxury things. And I realized, I was like, wow, okay, this is a different caliber. So the good part about it, ladies, is that you could be a simple girl, you could be a farm girl, or someone from a regular family. A man loves to see the jewelry that he bought for you wearing it. He loves to see, my man compliments me now when I take out that purse or I put on those shoes. He's like, I love seeing you wearing that. So the flip side of it, ladies, if you have a lot of things, if you have accumulated a lot of things, either on your own or if other men have bought them for you, I would say you don't want to lead with that, and you don't want to start off too showy, because a man wants to dress you up for his likeness. So if you don't want a man to customize his likes on you, then that's fine. Have it your way. But I just wanted to let you all know, men actually love that, especially high value men. They will take care of their women and upgrade her if need be. All right. So also in this episode, Kevin talked about you're not just going to sit around and be spoiled. Yes, your man is going to take care of you. A high value man is going to make sure that you represent him well. But this is not the lap of luxury where you just sit back, and in the episode, Kevin says he just spends his money. Kevin Samuels has often said being a wife is a full-time job. And for a high value man, you have to be always on, and you have to earn it every single day. Take feedback that sometimes may hurt, get better, and So again, in this episode, you will hear one of the qualities that is required is to be selfless. We talked about having that giving spirit. Believe me, you're going to get everything you could dream of and more, but you have to be willing to not think of yourself first. That's a key thing that a lot of modern women miss. You have your hand out and they say, yeah, we already know what that's about. But when you come ready to serve, men like this, especially the ones that are able, they will definitely show you gratitude once you've earned it. All right. So again, these high value men always want a return on their investment in all areas, especially if they're in the business world. And that comes to their women as well. So if they're going to invest in us, if they're going to make sure that we are upgraded, we have to make sure that we are an asset to them. Kevin spent a lot of time talking about dispelling the myth of, oh, yes, you've got to be a baddie. And he actually said that's not even how these men communicate. And that's true. They're looking for a real woman, a woman that's going to add value, that's going to make sure his legacy is set. The kids are going to be an asset. His name and reputation is solid. So if you think that you're just going to walk in the door and shut it down because you look beautiful, you will not qualify for these kind of men for the long term. They will have fun with you, but you will find yourself easily replaced. Make sure that you are bringing value to him at all. All right, so I hope that was helpful, ladies. I just wanted to give you something if you are interested in this type of man. But let me give you, dare I say, a warning. This is a very, very select group. These type of men do not advertise themselves. And one thing you'll notice about men, they are watching long before you even know that they exist. So women who think, oh yeah, when I see him, then I'll really turn it on, you've already lost. If you think you're going to play games, if you think you are going to manipulate him, if you think you're going to use all the tricks that have worked on other men, you will find yourself sadly disappointed. So I wanted to go over this with you. High value women have pedigree, your reputation, your background, what you bring to the table, what you can offer a high value man is going to be paramount. So Lucy and I will be back with more content very soon. But I also wanted to plug, we are getting ready to open up the Finishing School for the Modern Woman. This is an 8-week privately taught course where we teach ladies of all ages about etiquette, elegance, and femininity. We only teach it 2 times per year, and that will be open for registration August 1st. And then class will start the first Saturday in September. We have a request to do an advanced class for something like this, and it's going to be wife archetypes. Not all of us qualify for a high value man, and that's okay. You can still be very happy with a Henry, with a hit squad. Just being a wife, a man will totally change your life if that's something that you value. So stay tuned. You can go to teachablemomentswithmaggie.com for all of the details and how to connect with me. But I wanted to go over this with you all so you can think about some of these requirements and compare yourself. And Kevin said nothing about the race of this woman and nothing about the how this woman looks. It's really about the qualities that she brings. So I hope this was helpful. I'd love to know what you all think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.